Hi there. So, what are your concerns regarding the current haze threat?
Now the air so bad, then my son is coughing all the time, and his O level is approaching. Of course, his health is most important to me, one. So I need to buy air purifiers to clean the air, lah. Because Indonesia so irresponsible. I have to buy these air purifiers, make sure that his health is on top.
So, do you know what kind of air purifiers you bought, or do you know there are many different kinds of air purifiers?
But difference, man. I don't know, lah. Just whatever the salesperson just sell to me, then I see if the best or then just buy or. But I went through so many already, lah. I bought like 4 to 5 purifiers just in case. Better safe than sorry.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Ma,
Wait.
you install one more air purifier. What ozone brand? Ayo.
For your health, lah.
Are all air purifiers really safe? To help us understand, let us find out from Professor Tan of the ICAR, with over 30 years of expertise to advise on the kind of air purifiers.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see, there are various kinds of air purifiers available in the market, but these 5 are the most popular ones, being HEPA, activated carbon, UV light, negative ion, and ozone. And all of these 5, research has shown that only the first 3 technologies to be the effective ones, whereas the other 2 are less effective. Let me explain why. From the first 3 technologies, HEPA, which is the acronym for high efficiency particulate air, activated carbon, and UV light, these 3 do not generate any harmful byproducts, and they completely eliminate their targeted pollutants, whereas ozone and negative ion ones, they prove otherwise. HEPA technology is capable of trapping 99.97 particles, including bacteria that are larger than 0.3 microns, even particles that are unseen by the human eye. Airflow is pushed through a filter consisting of a complex maze of fibers, and it causes small particles to be caught by the mechanisms involved in the filtering process. Activated carbon, on the other hand, is a very powerful tool to absorb chemical emissions and odors, including volatile organic compounds, smoke, and once captured, these absorbed pollutants will not recontaminate the air, and it makes the environment so much more breathable, especially for asthma sufferers. UV light does not get rid of airborne particles, but instead it is an excellent method to kill germs and bacteria in the air. However, one thing to note is that UV light can convert oxygen and water molecules into ozone, and ozone is a harmful pollutant in the atmosphere in the ground level. Hence, a good UV purifier should minimize ozone. So now let's move on to the less effective strategies. Negative ion technology produces negatively charged oxygen atoms which magnetically attract airborne particles until the newly formed particle becomes too heavy and attaches itself to the furniture around the room or the floor. This technology nearly masks the polluted air instead of completely eliminating the pollutants. Because these newly formed particles have the ability to become loose, and there is a possibility that they might recirculate into the air, thus rendering the effectiveness of this technology. For ozone technology, it is a technology that has sometimes been touted as an effective formula to remove pollutants. However, in reality, the issue is that many of these chemicals found in indoor environments take months or even years for ozone to react, making this strategy effectively virtually ineffective. In addition, ozone itself in our ground level is a health hazard, and a high enough level is capable of igniting asthma symptoms in humans and also breathing problems. So after hearing all of this information, I really hope that you consumers can make a more informed decision and use the best product for the sake of the loved ones. Remember, do not plainly believe whatever that is advertised. For sometimes you will not really understand what is the capabilities of these technologies. Right, thanks.
Thank you, Prof. Tan.
No problem.
An air purifier or an air cleaner is a device which removes contaminants from the air in a room. These devices are commonly marketed as beneficial for allergy sufferers or asthmatics. They can even reduce secondhand tobacco smoke. Commercially graded air purifiers are manufactured as either small, standalone units or as large units that can be affixed to an air handler unit or HVAC found in medical and commercial industries. Air purifiers may also be used in the industry to remove impurities such as carbon dioxide from the air before processing. Many styles of purifying exist, the main ones being filter technology, activated carbon, and UV light. So clean air is not only important to us, but it's also very essential. However, some might say that clean air is not possible anymore because of degradation and air pollution. The cleanest environment in the room or air can still be filled with invisible and sometimes even visible particles. This dirt could actually be very detrimental to your health and it can aggravate already existing health conditions. This is one of the reasons air purifiers are so great, because they reduce the concentration of pollutants in the air. It's always a case of demand and supply. So sale of purifiers are quiet on normal months, but during the haze season, between usually June and October, the sales skyrocket. And we are always prepared to meet this demand for air purifiers to ensure customer satisfaction. All of our products are made from certified components, vigorously tested in our own company laboratories. Each product does not leave the production line without getting a seal of approval from all of our production heads. For example, we base the standard of our products on the Clean Air Delivery Rate, the CADR, which measures the amount of clean air that our machines can deliver. The CADR ratings were developed by the Association of Home Appliance Manufacturers, or AHAM for short, and they are measured according to a procedure specified by the ANSI. These ratings are recognized by retailers, manufacturers, industries, and even government bodies such as the Federal Trade Commission. The AHAM seal is usually found on the back of all our company boxes, and they give us 3 CADR ratings, one for smoke, one for dust, and one for pollen. This order is from the smallest to the largest of particles, and also corresponds to the most dangerous to the least dangerous. The higher the CADR rating, the more air it filters per minute for that specific particle size. Consumers can use these ratings to compare between different products and different brands and models given by various manufacturers. And I can assure you that our company's products are very highly competitive in the market. I stand by our product 100%. What we promise we will deliver, and we are willing to refund any customer that feels cheated by our product. As I have said before, our product goes through various means of testing and are fully capable of carrying out what they have been advertised to do.
The CADR, also known as the Clean Air Delivery Rate, is one of the criteria used by the Consumer Union in rating air purifiers for their annual consumer report publication. The CADR is a measure of the removal of specific particulates in a controlled environment. The ability to remove dust, pollen, and smoke particles ranging from 0.1 to 11 microns is measured. However, there are limitations to CADR. First, it doesn't factor in ozone emissions. Second, CADR is irrelevant to chemical contamination of all kinds. It simply ignores volatile organic compounds, also known as VOC, and odor pollutants. CADR does not take into account factors such as the ability to neutralize and/or remove VOC. It's also important to warn consumers that companies tend to promote ozone and negative ion air purifiers in an attempt to maximize profits by including more variety for consumers to choose from, hence misleading consumers who are in the haze craze. Moreover, most of the ozone air purifiers include negative ion technology as well, which makes it even worse. Ozone naturally has a very fresh scent to it, similar to the smell of air freshener. The combination of a fresh smell and the ability to remove unpleasant odors effectively makes ozone very appealing to many consumers. Since the human system becomes accustomed to smells over periods of time, the ozone air purifier has to be set to a higher concentration of the dangerous chemical. At a certain threshold, this will induce headaches and significant breathing problems. Hence, it is very important as part of consumer union to inform consumers what air purifiers they should look out for.
Do you have any recommendations to rectify the hazardous use of air purifiers?
Sure. So the danger of falsely stating limitations is that it gives the public a very deluded idea of the kind of air purifiers they are using, and this can potentially cause damage to their health. Each year, the public rides on a seasonal craze to buy these air purifiers, and they might buy the hazardous ones in the midst of their anxiety to protect their loved ones, without any knowledge of the dangerous side effects of these air purifiers. In my opinion, taking the concept of supply and demand into perspective, public awareness is the most effective cure. The priority should be to educate the general public, especially just before the haze season, through short educational advertisements on the TV, discussions on radio FMs, and through the newspaper. The danger to the elderly, the young, and the asthmatic should be emphasized, since they are the age group and the kind of people that are most susceptible to breathing problems. And naturally, families would not risk the safety of their loved ones and take this information seriously. In addition, intensive research have also proved that certain potted plants, such as the pot mum and the snake plant, and these plants can naturally help to absorb harmful volatile organic compounds from the air. These plants can also be introduced into your home environment to help clean the air as a supplementary option.